What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with an update from Rafael Brandao, who is gearing up for the upcoming season. So the last few physique updates that he posted, he was weighing close to 300 pounds, and him and his coach Neil Hill, they want to maintain this weight for a few more weeks before they start to die down and maybe go for the upcoming Arnold Ohio. Now it's still very uncertain whether Rafael Brandao is going to do the Arnold Ohio or the Arnold Brazil for 2026. If we take a look at his physique updates, then he certainly looks in a great position to start this prep now. And we still have about 16 weeks before the Arnold. And you can see that his strength, that is also really peaking here. As you guys can all see, that the man is pressing those 4 plates and very comfortably. So before Neil Hill, Rafael Brandao was working with Chris Aceto and for a long time. And Chris Aceto also rated him very high. And that was mainly because of his insane genetics, his unbelievable shape, amazing flow, crazy aesthetics. The fact is the man just isn't very gifted when it comes to putting on more muscle, more mass, especially at a fast pace. Nobody is as gifted as Samson Dauda in that regard. But just to give you guys a little perspective, Rafael Brandao was beating Samson Dauda back in 2021, and both of them were more or less of the similar size back then. And then Samson Dauda just took it to a whole another level. And the man did that without skipping any Olympia, any Arnold. While Rafael on the other hand, he has skipped the Olympia for 2 years despite qualifying. So Brandao is now more motivated than ever before. The last time he did the Olympia, he was top 8, and that was last year. But we simply cannot ignore the fact that the level of competition that has increased plenty in the past couple of years. And even to be in that top 8 once again, Brandao is gonna have to show up considerably improved. So do you guys think Rafael can be a factor at the upcoming Arnold Ohio if he decides to jump in? Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So AJ Kelly kind of dropped the potential Arnold lineup for 2026. Now we know 4 out of those 5 superstars, they are more than likely to be in next year's Arnold lineup. There is a very high probability of that happening. As we have heard from Andrew Jack, he is already in, and so is Martin Fitzwater. And chances are, Nick Walker is also in, as we have seen multiple updates from him also hinting on that. And the fact that Hadi Choopan has his foot on the gas, he might also be in. But a huge percentage of the bodybuilding fans, they will be absolutely thrilled if the 2 times former Olympia champion Big Ramy, he also decides to make his comeback at this upcoming Arnold. So we have been getting some teasers regarding Big Ramy and his comeback for more than 1 year now. And with the Arnold being the most rewarding show of this upcoming year in terms of the prize money, if Ramy's comeback, that has to happen, then the Arnold Ohio, that would be the perfect show for him to make his comeback. Now this will make up for such a perfect comeback story. As for those of you guys who do not know, this is that one major title that Big Ramy hasn't won in his career. Now I'm not saying he's gonna come back and win. I'm just putting the info out there. So 3 years away from any bodybuilding stage, he certainly won't be the favorite coming into this show. But his attendance, that is certainly going to hype up the show to an awesome degree. So interestingly, the last show that Big Ramy did, that was also the Arnold Ohio, and that was back in 2023. Where many people think, even the experts out there think, that he was unfairly placed behind Samson Dauda, Nick and Andrew Jack. So what is the current status of the injuries that Big Ramy was struggling with back in 2022 and 2023? Well, nobody knows. There were some considerable amount of improvements in his back and also in his triceps from the Olympia to the Arnold. So if this comeback does happen, that is probably gonna be one of the biggest storyline of this upcoming year. So the reigning classic physique Olympia champion Ramon Dino, he also released some more of his prep pictures from the Olympia this year. And no wonder why him and his coach, and even Derek Lunsford, who watched Dino during those last few weeks of his Olympia prep, they were all so confident that he will be crowned the new Olympia champion. So Ramon Dino looked absolutely sensational in this set of pictures, and he just said he's looking to beat this look in 2026. So this was a perfect time for Ramon Dino to win the Olympia, as he's now qualified for life. So one of the biggest difference with Ramon Dino this year compared to previous ones was that this was the very first time since 2022 when he decided to skip the Arnold. He decided to take the whole year off and just focus on improving and come back better than ever for the Olympia. And he did that so beautifully, so well, that he ended up winning the Olympia title. Now that is something which was required from Ramon Dino to bring his career's best. And that is what we saw 9 weeks back. Now I am sure if he was even slightly off, Mike Sommerfeld would have beaten him. That is how close it was between these two guys. Now as of right now, it is recovery time for Ramon Dino, which has been a tradition for him since he started his pro career. So will we see him at the upcoming Arnold, Ohio? Well, highly doubtful. And if he goes through another very productive offseason and he brings an even better package come Olympia next year, he's gonna be very hard to beat. Next up, we have an update from Joseph Palacios, aka Joe the Machine. So the half-natty comment in the caption that suggests that he was running some kind of TRT during this period and him maintaining this current look and a weight in the mid-80s. That is highly impressive. So the man has spoken about his 2026 competition plans, and he intends to do the Tampa Pro and Texas Pro again, which means he's gonna have plenty of time to make some improvements. So Jordan Hutchinson, he did win in Texas and Tampa, and Joe was second and third behind Jordan and Quinton. But it was very close between him and Jordan at Texas Pro, and I have to say Joe was a lot better from the side and also from the back than Jordan. Now we have to keep in mind, this isn't that kind of physique that looks that impressive, especially during the off-season, as he doesn't have the most impressive proportions, but in terms of size and the freak factor, he does look pretty damn good. But when this guy is contest ready, he has a physique that is a head-turner. He arguably has one of the best chest development in the open bodybuilding at the moment. Definitely one of the best back double biceps across the pro league at the moment. So all he needs to do is to make some improvements, especially in those quads, which will greatly improve his front shots, the X-frame, the V-taper, and he will start to look a lot more streamlined. And honestly, if we take a look at his front lat spread from Texas Pro this year, that's some crazy weight density on this guy in the upper half. So just imagine him with some bigger legs, some more quad sweep. He will for surely take out some big names. Now I do not think many people talk about the insane lat development of Joseph Palacios, which made his abs and thigh shot look so damn unique on the stage. So this is one of those new guys who will probably step on the Olympia stage in 2026. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.